All right, welcome back. Getting ready to set this second tank up. We're going with the same Higer Light. I went with Boost Plants again. I did get a different plant food. I'm going to try this UNS one that they had. I did go from Boost Plants. So I've got the same grasses I used in the other, the dwarf hair grass and this Junicus repens. I liked it on this other tank. With the high light, I started to see some red in it. I backed the light off for the algae, but I'm hoping with a little more plant food, maybe I can get these plants growing a little better. Then we can turn that light back up. I went with completely different plants across the line here and a different floating plant. We'll see, it's hard to tell in here, but it's kind of got a different look. A little bit of red. I did have this brownie blue in the last one, but I planted it and it's more of a hardscape plant, so we're gonna glue it down and try that. I didn't glue anything in the first tank. I thought this mini leaf looked kind of cool, a little bit of different texture. And then I've got two different mosses. I didn't use moss in either, so we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna get this tank emptied and start it up. So here we're just gonna use a little box. This is gonna get some water in it, and we're gonna get Nikki here over into it, and that's gonna be her home for the day, little apartment for the trip. I tried to set her up a little bowl, but I didn't really feel that it was worth setting it up because I'm just gonna get this done and get her back over. I'm using an already run filter, so I think that's gonna help with the cycling process. And then we will also run C-Chem stability, and I'll just keep an eye on the parameters on everything till we see that it's leveled out, in case it does kind of have a new tank syndrome. I think with the filter already been running, it should be fine, but we'll find out and I'll let you guys know. So I got a little of this fluorite black Fluval stratum that I used on the first tank. Another piece of Mopani. It's gonna probably fill the tank pretty good. This thing should be pretty full. I got just a little piece of Siriani stone. I wasn't gonna use any, but it's just gonna help this piece kind of stand up. I'm gonna put it in the tank right like that. There's some good little holes here to kind of put some plants in. So I think this should fill out pretty nicely. I think I'm going to do moss down the side here, a little bit near the bottom, and kind of across the back some, even though it won't really be seen. We'll do some to kind of across the top so we can kind of see it from the top. So right now I have water draining out of the tank. Got a couple more fish to get out to rehome while this is done. And the next step after that, we will go ahead and put a new background on it. It's hard to tell since I have the light and everything taken off, but we got one of these colorful, and I intend on going back with the white. I really like the look that this is giving me. You know, I just used a window film from Home Depot, so it looks pretty nice, a lot cleaner, I think. So I'm laying them out. Something I learned from last time is I'm taking pictures with the name so I know what it is if I need to look at something for the care. And then one thing I did last time, I got a little confused on some of them, not being an expert on what the plants are, and I buried some on the rhizome where I shouldn't have. Like the brownie blue I had in the other one, it doesn't look like a rhizome, so I thought it was one I could plant. It's not doing well, so I made sure to re-look back and lay them out. These need to be glued. These can go in the substrate, and then after that we will do our grasses to fill in and a little floater. So we got them kind of sorted by what I can do with them, and we're going to start laying them out. This tank's been set up for about a week now. I've had a few of the hair grass that have kind of got pulled out. Added a couple cories, albino, cory catfish. There's an otocinclid I've got in here. Most of it looks like it's doing decent. I got a little bit of wilt right here, and I have had a little bit of like a fungus build up, but I saw on my first tank also that went away fairly quick. So I think this one is doing well. We'll probably trim this here shortly. It actually is growing faster than I expected on the sides here. The Junicus repus, I believe it is. The hair grass has got little bit of rough spots, but got some spots where I can see the glue I used to get these in there, so that'll be something to work on, figure out, maybe add something else in there to kind of cover it up a little. And I think the moss is looking all right. It's a little browned up, so we might give it a trim. But overall, I think this one is doing pretty well. Pretty happy with where it's at the weekend. Got a little bit of tannin, so I'm running some Purigen just to keep it down. Run Purigen probably for another week, and then if I get a little bit of tannins, I'm okay with it, but I didn't want it looking like tea in there, so we're gonna run it for a bit.